Okay, this is a just a follow-up to the earlier July 12th, 2015 video that we made earlier tonight. I wanted to show this anomaly in a different view. This is the East Pacific Rainbow Color Infrared Loop. Now, earlier we were looking at the core of this thunderstorm off of Mexico that is near the core of Dolores, the spinning low pressure tropical storm. Now the flashes in that in the center of that storm are not an anomaly. They're showing up here in a much closer close-up view of the East Pacific, and we can see something going on here in the center of this very large thunderstorm right here. I'll get the pen out of the way. But you can see you can see the flashes right here in several different spots, and I contend that this is a laser which will very quickly heat the center of that thunderstorm and just kill it off. Now we're going to take a look at this also in the visible light mode. First we'll look at the this is the water vapor loop. Okay, and we see the same flashes occurring. They're hitting different areas inside the core of that very large thunderstorm there, which is all blue, which means there's some really intense rain there raining down. Okay, what I'm going to do here real quick is pull up the I'm going to pull up the just give me 1 second here. Eastern. Here we go. Just 1 second here. We're going to pull up the visible light mode. Okay, here we are. Okay, let's take a look what's happening here. Let's get the camera centered. There we go. Now here's where that activity is happening, right here. And it's hard to say what's going on. I think this could be some method to quickly heat the core of that storm, because it is such an intense storm and it's very close to this tropical storm. The fact is that this will continue to feed this tropical storm. There's a lot of moisture here, and they're trying to hinder this rotation by blasting this with a high-power transmitter to stop the counterclockwise rotation. They counteract this with hot air, clockwise downburst, descending air, to just wipe out the rotation of this system. Now, if these are feeding that, it's going to be that much harder for them to squash this storm out. So you got to keep that in mind. Now let's go back to the this close-up that we were looking at here. This is interesting because we see a lot of that same flashes right there. I think that could be a laser beam doing that. Lasers will heat their targets instantaneously, and they can move the laser around and hit different areas. And it's a very effective tool. There's no reason that they couldn't use a laser, as long as there wasn't any, I suppose, any ships or any people. If that beam happened to punch through these clouds and hit its target, that wouldn't be too good. But nonetheless, I don't know what else this could be other than maybe a highly focused microwave attack. At any rate, the desired effect works. You can see a pressure wave after this thing is hit. You see a splash pattern from the pressure wave, and here in the visible light mode, we can see what looks like a pressure wave developing. over here. If we go back over here, right there, we actually do see a pressure wave. That's why I wanted to do a follow-up, because I didn't see this before. But there is a shock wave that leaves this immediately after that is hit. And you can see that if you look carefully. There is a shock wave that leaves that system. There's a big, look at that right there. Almost looks like an explosion going off in the middle of that storm. And then you see a shock wave. You see that? A very high velocity shock wave. Boom, it goes out very quickly. So this to me is more evidence of what we've been talking about. This is weather manipulation. They're killing off these storms. They're steering the jet stream. They're blocking rain systems in California. There's all sorts of things going on. And when you couple that with the fact that weather futures and weather options trading is occurring on Wall Street, you know, that information is pretty powerful, because people on the inside that know what's going to happen, people running these transmitters know what's going to happen. They can be cashing in on weather options, and that's apparently what's happening. Is that people that are people out there on YouTube, other weather watchers, I won't name names, but their computers get hacked and so forth. So obviously, when you're taking flak, you know you're over the target. Anyhow, that's it. We'll do another one of these tomorrow.